Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Oblong Polka Dots and my name is Kerr, and on this channel we talk about makeup, skincare, and beauty. So if that's something you're into, you've come to the right place. Today I have a declutter for you. It is part of a series. This is the second video and it's all eyeshadow palettes, and I have another video that's going to be coming. So I have a giant box in front of me, and as a matter of fact, oof, this box is it's so full. I'll turn it around for you. And it's so heavy that there's too much stuff in here. It's so full and so heavy that I actually had other palettes that were sitting on top of it that I had to scooch over to the side. So that's how I know it's time to start going through this and figuring out what I'm going to keep and what I'm going to get rid of. So let me sort this out just a little tiny bit and we'll get going. I'm just going to grab rather indiscriminately, and I don't even know how many of these I'm going to get rid of because I think a lot of them I really, really love, but at least I'm going to give it a try. So we'll start over here. This is the NYX Ultimate Queen palette. I don't know if you guys remember this. I think it came out last year or the year before. It's all neutrals, really, and there's a couple of, like, what do you call it? Not glitter, but I can't think today, you guys. I'm sorry. There's a couple colors in there that are not matte. We'll just start with that. I think they're satin finish or they're glitter. Either way, though, I've never opened this palette. I've never used this palette, and it's big, and I don't necessarily gravitate towards big palettes. Plus, I have 10 million neutral palettes, so this is going to go to a different home. That was easy. Let's just go over here, I guess. We'll start with this one. What's this? Oh, this is J-Cat Beauty, and it is the Dia e Noche palette. It's a little purple one. I think I have opened this, but I don't think I've actually used it. Let me see if I can open it. Wait, have I opened this? I think I have. Oh my gosh. There we go. That's what it looks like. Look how pretty, all those purples and pinks. And I had intended to use this. I really had, but I haven't touched it yet. So it's going to have to go to a new home where somebody will actually use it. Next up we have, let's see, what's all this? I think a lot of the palettes in this box are from ColourPop. So let me get through some of the other palettes first, and then we'll focus on the ColourPop aspect. I just bought this palette and it's absolutely beautiful. It's the Flower Beauty palette, and this one is the Jungle Lights. I had hesitated to purchase this, but the hype was so real I could not help myself. I'm so glad I bought it. Look at this. It is beautiful. It is a beautiful companion palette. If you're looking for any kind of like shimmer, these shadows are so pretty, and you don't even need glitter glue, although I do use the NYX one for it. This is staying. Beautiful, beautiful palette. I love this. Next up we have the Alter Ego Harmony palette, this one. And although I have not used this palette yet, I can tell you it's brand new-ish. I can tell you I'm keeping it because I do like the Alter Ego formula. And this was supposed to be an answer, I think, to one of the Natasha Denona palettes. I have the palette. I think it's the Love palette or something like that. But let's see. Let's take this down like this. Can you see that? This is so pretty. I love it. I'm keeping this. And it's a really good way for me to show on my channel too if you guys are looking for a dupe for that Natasha Denona, because I think this was like 20 bucks and that one was 70 bucks or something like that. So keeping that. I just bought this one too, brand new. It's the Oma Black Magic color palette, and this is what it looks like in the sleeve. I have not used this yet. It's so pretty. I bought it on sale at Ulta. It was during February for Black History Month. I cannot wait to use this palette. It's beautiful. These colors are definitely in my wheelhouse. So yes, it's a keep. Next one is actually a repurchase, and I'm keeping it, obviously. I just repurchased it. It's the Nubian by Juvia's Place. This is an oldie but a goodie. It's a beautiful neutral palette. All these shades are so pigmented. It's just classic Juvia's Place. I think this is the first palette that I ever used from them, but I do love it, so I'm keeping it. And I hope I'm not like shaking the camera because the thing is right near the table. Let me scoot this away a little bit. Okay, next up we have another palette I just bought. It is the LA Girl Foreplay. I think it's part of a series of palettes. I haven't even opened this yet. It's brand new, but I do want to use this in it. I do want to use this in a video on my channel. So because I just bought it, I'm going to keep it. I also just bought this one. It's from ColourPop. It's the Your Golden, which I've had my eye on this palette forever, but I didn't want to pay full price for it. So when I saw that it was on Ulta and it was half price, that's when I decided to grab it and take it out of the box. This is what the palette looks like. And then here's the inside. I think one of the shadows broke because there's like stuff everywhere. Yeah. Woo! Something broke. I'll hold it up though for you. There's no mirror or anything like that, but this is so pretty. And it's a giant palette of neutrals, and I love neutrals, and I love the ColourPop pressed formula. So I'll have to clean this up later. You guys will end up seeing this in a video because I'm going to do some looks with this for sure. Like I said, I just didn't want to pay full price for it. I think full price was like 30 bucks. So with it being half off, that was 15, and I felt like that was fair. I also have the Juvia's Place Culture palette. I think it's Juvia's Place. Hold on. Am I lying? Who is this? Yeah, Juvia's Place. That's this one. It's the super bright, colorful one. No mirror or anything like that. I have not actually opened this yet, but I'm keeping it for sure. Look at that. That's so beautiful. If I want to do like a really bright, festive, colorful, like Mardi Gras, Coachella, Burning Man, whatever festivals you can think of, bright looks, that's what that palette is for, so I'm keeping it. I also just bought this one. It's the Juvia's Place, the coffee shop. Again, I love my nudes, so this is what this looks like. I have not used it yet, but I can tell you already I love it. I can tell you already, unequivocally. So this is a definite keep. And then I also have here, running out of room already, you guys. I have here another palette I just bought. It's the LA Girl eyeshadow palette in Sun Kissed Glow. And I feel like there's a theme here. Apparently I love neutral palettes. This is what it looks like outside of the sleeve. And then there's no mirror, anything like that. And then here are the shadows. Again, another giant neutral palette. I really like the LA Girl formula though, so I'm looking forward to opening this and using it. And yes, this is a definite keep. I don't reach for bigger palettes as often, but I do like them sometimes. So over here, although it was not in the box, I just want to point out that I have the Morphe Vava Bloom palette. And the reason it's not in the box is one of the shadows is broken and I need to press it back into place, which I tried to do, but I really need to do a better job at it because it's crumbling. But I'm keeping this palette. I just want to show you what it looks like. This is so pretty. It's beautiful. I love this palette. The colors are easy to work with. They're super blendable. It's got a giant mirror. So arguably, if I travel with this, I'll travel with it in my carry-on bag because I have the feeling that maybe those shadows break a little bit easily. So I'd rather keep it safe. All right, let's get into all the other stuff that's in the box. There's still, a ton of stuff in here. So yeah. And I don't know what that was that just fell. Oh, it's the Lorac palette. But yeah, we'll start with this one. I love Lorac. I love Lorac's formula. I love this little palette. I've used it to death. It is perfect for traveling. It even has a little mirror on it. I wore this palette when we went to Vegas when we got married. So I love this palette. I'm going to probably wear it into the ground. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but there's dents in every single shade. The Lorac formula is amazing. And yeah. So, this one is called the Frosted Sequoia. And then I have the other little one that goes with it. There's a few in the series, but only about 2 of them. This one is called Mystic Oak. And again, it's by Lorac. And I've used this one also, but not as much as the Frosted Sequoia. Still, I love both of these. And their formulas are so creamy and rich and blendable and easy to work with. Here's the only palette I have from Viseart. It's the Petite Pro. And this one is I think it's called Petite Pro 2. and it has like really nice packaging. I love this little palette, you guys. Got a little mirror on it, and this is what the shadows look like. I rock this a lot, like a lot. And the shadows are really easy to wear. They're super blendable. They're very saturated. They play well with other shadows. It's just a beautiful formula. So if you ever look at Viseart and you think that maybe it's overpriced, it's not. It's not. This is some of the most high quality shadow that you can purchase for sure. Next up I have from ColourPop Lucky Penny, and that's what that looks like. And I've been wearing this a lot too. It does come with a mirror, although I never took off the little thing, the little cover that goes over it, and I love this palette. Like I said before, I really like the pressed shadows that are from ColourPop, and I love neutrals, so I wear this quite often, and I think it's really pretty. And if you throw some glitter primer on your lid and use this when you're trying to get like some of these other shimmer shades to pop, it's beautiful. Whenever I wear this, I get a lot of compliments. Likewise, I have the Wine and Only from ColourPop. And again, this is another one of those little 9-pan palettes. I love the 9-pan palettes. I feel like that's the perfect number of shadows to go for. Because when if you're doing your makeup in the morning, you don't feel overwhelmed. There's only 9 to choose from. And I tend to do the gradient look. So I go from lightest on the interior to darkest. So just pick 3 colors and go, right? They work well on their own too. So if you want to just do like a single shade, you can totally do that. But I love this palette and I'm definitely keeping it. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many palettes here. I hope that you have like water or a snack or something, because it's going to be a minute. This is the Morphe 3A Deep Smoky palette. It's not open yet. I have not used it, but I am keeping it, and I know I'll use it because I have the other one somewhere in this room. I don't know where I put it, but I have the other version, the lighter one, and I wore that one to death. These 3 colors, these 3-pan palettes are perfect. They're really good for travel, and they're really good if you're indecisive about just trying to figure out what colors you want to use on your lid. This one is from NYX, and it is part of that Ultimate Queen collection of that giant palette that I showed you from the outset of the video. I haven't even used this yet. I've used it once, and I'm not keeping it because I'm not going to reach for it. So that can go to a new home. This is one of the Black Opal palettes. This is the Fairy Glam Mother. It's spelled like that too. And I don't think I've even opened this one yet, but that's what that looks like. It's still new, still in the packaging, and I'm going to keep it. This one I did open. This is also from Black Opal, and this one is called Iconic. And I do love the shadows in this palette, but I do have to like zhuzh it up a little bit, so I do have to wear a primer. I do like to use some of the glitter primer to really make it pop, like pop. But I am keeping this because these colors are really beautiful and it's easy to travel with. I just want like a nice neutral palette. Next up we have from ColourPop. Oh my gosh, you guys, there's so many. Let's pull these out so I can just kind of get a little more organized. I'm going to try and fly through these because I'm pretty sure I'm going to keep most of them. But do you guys remember ColourPop came out with the 10 million little quads? I love these. I think I've done videos with all of them, if not most of them. So quickly going through, I have this little neutral one, and it's called Beachy Keen. I'm going to open it for you. Again, these little quads are perfect. I really like the formulas. Because I have so many neutral palettes, you would think I was getting rid of this one, but I'm not. I'm keeping it. This one too I've worn a million times. It's called Really Ruby. That's what that looks like. Keeping it. This one is called Sparkler. Love it. Keeping it. This one I've worn a million times, and it's the Secret Life of Scorpio. Also really beautiful. Keeping it. I think you can see a pattern here. So next up in the stack we have, this one is called Emerald Away, And although I love greens, these greens I don't do really well with, although I've used this palette a couple times and just tried to make it work. I'm going to keep it and see if I can maybe work this with another palette. But if I can't, then I'm just going to end up tossing it or handing it off to somebody else. This one is Citrine, You and Me, and it's definitely got a more orange theme to it. And it's just beautiful for summer, so I'm going to keep that one. This one is called Mocktail. And again, you have those kind of peachy and brown tones together with that gold. Beautiful. Love it. This formula is so easy to work with. This one is called Sure Thing. Another really pretty pink sort of mauve-y palette. Keeping that. These are so good for travel, you guys. If you are indecisive or have like a little train case and just want to have a variety, grabbing a couple of these is just perfect. This one is called Down to Earth. And it's like a really lovely brown smoky palette. I love this. I'm keeping it. Next part of the stack, we have so many of these, you guys. This one is the Bold and the Aries. And I do believe some of these colors overlap, but that's fine. I love this palette too, especially this color right here. It's like a really beautiful peachy sort of, you know what it looks like? It looks like Nas Orgasm. That's what it looks like. Keeping it. And then for this one, I have Gata Agate. It's like a deep, smoky purple palette. Keeping it. This one is Set on Sapphire. It's a blue, and it's really beautiful. But for this one, I think I had a lot of trouble with it. The formula is just not doing what the formula needs to do. So I'm actually going to get rid of this one. And then for Wait and See, same thing here with these blues. I think this one was okay and this one was okay, but I believe I struggled with the other two. So I'm going to, sorry, I don't know if I showed that to you very well. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. This is the Wait and See. And I have other blue palettes that I think just perform much, much better. This one is Never Taurus Apart, like Taurus and the Zodiac. And it's got that really nice green and gold, which goes so well together. So, yeah, keeping this. And then All That Topaz. I think that of all the shadows I have, this one probably embodies like the majority of neutral palettes I have. It's like one of the best shadows from each of those palettes. I know that I shouldn't keep this because I already have it in a million other palettes, but I'm keeping it. This one is Shell Bound. And this is more corally compared to one of the other ones. And I do like coral, so I'm keeping this one. And then let's see about this other stack over here. Give me just a second to get a little bit organized so I don't mess around and break anything. I have no room on this table at all. There's so many shadows sitting here. And I don't want anything to break. So let's put those back. And so for these, I don't know, if you guys haven't been in my channel before, you should know that I have a problem taking stuff out of boxes, which is so silly. Like, why would you keep the box? You don't need it anymore. But for these, I think I kept them in the box because I'm pretty sure I haven't used them yet. So this one is the Star Fruity palette. It's another one of those little quads. I haven't opened it yet, so I'm keeping it because I do plan to use it in a video. This one is Peach Love Libra. Some of these I have used. Let me check and see. Nope, I haven't used this one yet either, and it's a really pretty pink peachy color. So this one, all right, this one I'm going to get rid of because I don't think I'm going to use it, and somebody else can use it. This one is called Head Capricorn in Charge. See, I still have them all in the boxes. Tripping. Lost my mind, y'all. And I know I haven't used this one, but these colors are totally in my wheelhouse. Hope you can see it. Yeah. You can't really pick it up on camera very well, but this is kind of a pewter right here. Hope I'm angling it okay. And this one is closer to like a golden silvery color. This is such a pretty palette. I'm keeping this. I'm going to be using it for sure. I'll take them out of the box once I use them. And then this is called Big Leo Energy. Wow, look at this one. This is beautiful. Look at that gold. Yeah, definitely keeping this. This is bright and cheery. And I can't, that's going to be like a really beautiful summer look. This one is called like a Virgo. Oh my gosh. So that's what these look like. This is a very cool toned palette, and I don't necessarily gravitate towards cool tones, so yeah, I'm not going to use this one. I'll pass this along to somebody else. It's beautiful. It's going to look nice on somebody. I have a couple of cool tone palettes. That's why I know I'm not going to gravitate towards it. And then this one is called Pisces in the Sky. I really like those two shadows on the top, but this overall color story is not really calling to me, so I'm going to get rid of this one too. Somebody else will enjoy it. And then we have Crystal Clear Aquarius. I'm an Aquarius. We're an air sign, you guys, not a water sign, just so you know. And that's what this one looks like. You get the brown and the blue. Again, this color story is not really calling to me. I know, even though I'm an Aquarius, I'm going to get rid of it. Somebody else will use it and they'll enjoy it. I don't want to keep stuff if I'm not sure I'm going to use it. I feel like I would know right away. I would say, okay, I'm going to use this. This one is called Tender Loving Cancer. The box. And this has lavender and brown. This is really pretty. Hope you can see it. This is really nice. That lilac. I'm keeping this one. Here we go. And here we have Sagittarius in Flight. Ooh, these are like red browns. Look at that. Oh no, the case is broken. Oh no. I better be careful when I'm using this. There we go. That's really pretty. I'm so sad that the case is broken though. I don't know how that happened. I try to be very careful with my things. All right, well, the case may be broken, but the shadows are not, so I'm keeping that one. And then lastly, for these little tiny ones, I have the ColourPop 2022 Get 'em Tiger. I believe this was for Lunar New Year. And that's what this one looks like. It's got the sparkle at the top, and it's got the two browns, and then you've got a shimmer there on the side that's gold. These colors will look nice on me, so I'm going to go ahead and keep this one too. And then what else do we have in here, you guys? So many things to pull out. Oh. All right, so this is another one of those palettes that's part of that Ultimate Queen collection. I think I bought all three, the small, the medium, and the large, but I haven't opened this yet. I haven't used it yet. It's going to have to go to another home. Somebody else will love it. I know they will. This is from MAC, and I think I bought this either last year or recently. But this is the... I don't know what Flamboyant. The name of this palette is Flamboyant. And they put the names on the plastic sheet, but they also put it on the back. So if we lose the sheet, it's fine. And it comes with a big old mirror. This is so pretty. MAC's formula is gorgeous. I'm keeping this. That's that. It's a lovely sort of wine/neutral palette. So yeah, keeping it. And what else? I have more of the Alter Ego What did I do with the other one? It's probably behind me. Yeah. I have more of the Alter Ego palettes. This one is called Canyon. And again, I think that this one is a dupe for one of the Natasha Denona palettes. I think the Bronze, Sunset Bronze. I have that one somewhere around here. So beautiful formula. Comes with a mirror. Definitely worth it. I think it was 20 bucks. I'm keeping it because then I don't have to travel with my Natasha Denona palettes and have to freak out about them. This one is called Shadow Kiss, also from Alter Ego. Again, it's another dupe for Natasha Denona, and I know I have this palette too. I just can't remember the name of it. But these are perfect for if you really like the Natasha Denona palettes, but you don't want to travel with them. They get real sketchy when it comes to my stuff, like breaking or whatever when traveling. So, and then this one is called Blooms, which I also believe, I think all of these are actually dupes for Natasha Denona palettes. I just don't know the names of them. And that's what this one looks like. Also, they come with big mirrors. So pretty. Definitely keeping this. And I'm taking it out of the box. Actually, no, I'll keep it in the box for now. Just for now. And then when I finally go to use it, I'll take it out. Because I haven't used it yet. Don't judge me. This one is called Goddess, and it's also from Alter Ego. I know this is a dupe for one of the Natasha Denona palettes for sure, because I think this is how I even discovered Alter Ego to begin with. But that's what that looks like. Very nice. And yeah, putting that one back in the box too, kids. And this is the last one from Alter Ego. And this one is called Aurora. I don't know if this is a dupe though for, oh yeah, it is. It's totally a dupe for a Natasha Denona palette. There's that one. Yes. Beautiful formula. These dupes are like dang near spot on when you go to swatch them with their Natasha Denona counterpart. It's wild. I don't know how they do that. Let's see. Might as well put this one back with the others. All right, so next we have more Morphe palettes. So this one is the Star Wars, The Mandalorian. That's what that looks like. I haven't used it yet, but I'm keeping it because A, I love The Mandalorian. It's a fantastic series. And then B, this is one of the cool tone palettes I was talking about because I don't have many of them. So this would be one. And then this one is also ColourPop. It's called Charm School. And it's got some warm and cool tones in there, which I think is nice. There's no mirror for this one, by the way. So I'm going to keep that. This one is called Locked Down. And it's got, you know, lavenders and lilacs and colors that I gravitate towards. So I'm keeping this as well. And then here's a palette that I've used a million times because I just love it. It's one of their 9-pan palettes. They had like a whole series that came out together. This is the Ooh La La, which I love. It might not be in order right now because I did drop it at one point and I had to pop the colors back in, but it's beautiful. I love this palette. Love it. If you guys can get your hands on it, I definitely suggest thinking about it. This is another one from ColourPop. It's My Pleasure. Another beautiful one I've used to death because I love purple. And those shimmers, those satins, it's just beautiful. This one is from, oh wait, let's just finish the ColourPop one, shall we? This one is called Hocus Pocus, Witching Hour. It's part of their collab series for Hocus Pocus. I think there were 2 of them, but this is the one that I really liked. So this is the one I bought. And what else? This is from The Nightmare Before Christmas, Tim Burton. I love that movie so much. This is also ColourPop. And this color story is just beautiful. Look at that. It's really unusual. And the packaging, you guys. The packaging. They get you with the packaging. They really, really do. They're like, oh, you're buying this. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. This one is the Sonic Bloom palette. This is one of the older ones. This is still fine, though. It's still in good shape. And the color story is lovely. This one is Rendezvous, which a lot of people didn't like. I'm so surprised. This color story is gorgeous. This is an older palette. They don't make it anymore, but I like this, so definitely keeping it. And then this one is Ticket to Dreamland. I don't, oops, oh my gosh. I hate dropping stuff. I haven't used this palette yet, but I'm not getting rid of it because I do like the color story and I think I can work with it. So we'll hold on to it. If in my next declutter it's still sitting in my box, then I'll get rid of it. But look at this packaging. Can't get mad at that. You really can't. What else do we have here? Oh, we're finally getting to the bottom, you guys. This is That's Taupe. This is one of my other cool tone palettes, and I really like this one a lot. I've used it before, so I'm definitely keeping it. I just don't have a lot of cool tone palettes because I don't necessarily, like, for my tone, it doesn't necessarily work, but sometimes it does. So this one is called Orchid You Not, and this is another one of those solid casing palettes, and it's all orchid. So pretty. All the purples, you guys. I haven't even used this palette yet, but you better believe I'm keeping it. And yes, it's still in the box. It's still in the box. Okay, so we're getting there. What's next? Next we have, oh, there's one more ColourPop palette. This one is called Wild Child. I haven't used this yet either. And it's in one of those hard plastic containers like the other ones were. And look at this. All of that brown chocolatey goodness. I love it. Definitely keeping this palette. That's a hard yes, and it's still in the packaging. All right, did we look at everything, you guys? Let's just double check. Let's make sure. Oh, I have a couple more left here. Oops, oh my gosh. I'm not gonna have a couple more left if I keep dropping them though, I can tell you that much. And sorry if this is making a lot of noise because this is like right in front of the phone. These last two are from Milani, and this one is called the All-Inclusive Eye, Cheek, and Face Palette. And that's what that looks like. And I have not used this palette yet, and I have the feeling I'm not going to reach for it, so I'm going to pass this along to someone else. And then also, this is called the other Eye Inclusive palette, and I don't know the difference between them. I think one's called, this is the smoky one that I just showed you a second ago, and then this one is the medium deep. And I haven't used this one yet, but I'm going to keep this one because these colors are definitely more in my wheelhouse. So eventually I'll be reaching for this one. And that is it, you guys. That's all the news that's fit to print. Let's see what we got rid of. We already know what we kept. So let's just do a quick little recap. I know I don't really feel like I'm getting rid of a lot of stuff, you guys. It's pretty bad. I'm probably going to have to go through and just do another declutter at some point until I can finally get my life together and maybe have a more reasonable number of shadows. But for now, this is what we got. This is where we are. This is how we're doing it. The box is still brimming, but at least it's not brimming like it was. So of all those shadows, don't drop it. Okay. So, of all those shadows, we got rid of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, almost dropped it, 11. That's it. That's what we got rid of. Thank you so much for coming to my channel, you guys. I really appreciate you. I hope that you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I will talk to you soon. Take care.